Hi. So, it come to my attention that lots of people aren't really that good at Scratch. I'm not trying to be mean, but most people's projects, they're not that good. So I thought I could teach people every single block does, and not them just using the event when key pressed and move 10 steps and point in another direction. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to explain all the blocks. I'm going to explain them all. So let's start with motion. Move 10 steps. It's pretty simple. It just moves you 10 steps. And it always goes in the direction 90. I'm pretty sure anyway. Okay, now it goes towards basically. Now I'll explain this. Assuming your character is looking forward, is in looking right, like the Scratch cat, generally rotate him, always move that direction. That's simplified. Turn. It will change his direction by what we put in here. So clockwise is right, and clockwise is left. Left, right. Yep. We have go to. This isn't go to a specific coordinate, but go to a sprite, the mouse pointer, or a random position. So obviously that would just take you to a completely random position. Actually, and this go to block, I'm probably going to keep up here so we can just reset to the middle. This just takes you to an exact coordinate. So if I would put 100 in here, go to 100, 100 and y50, which is around here. I'm going to go there. So yeah, very useful block. Next is glide. Glide, so it's like the go-to. You got the selecting right position, mouse pointer, right. And you need to go to a specific position. Now this can be, so you'll go to a position, but you won't do it instantly. You'll go there over time. If I were to make it 5 seconds, it would take you 5 seconds to get there. So the smaller this number is, the quicker you go, basically. So 0.1, as you can see, you basically just jit around to the position. So yeah, that's cool. Next we have point in direction. Instead of turning, it's point shoot in an exact direction. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, much like glide and go to, it has this, so you can point towards something specific, like the mouse pointer. For example, is going to point over here since the mouse pointer is over here. So, yeah. See it back on 90. It triggers me. Yeah, there you go. So change X and change Y's and set X and set Y's. Set X is, it's always setting your X to that. So if I was to get a forever loop, for example, and mouse X, it's been really great for a Pong game. So it's like always tracking my thing. And then there's change Y, which would set Y, which would do the exact same thing, just like on the Y axis, change Y. It will change your coordinates instead of exactly going to. So change Y by 10, we will move up 10 on the Y axis. Change X by 10, we'll move right 10 on the X axis. So yeah. And then if on edge bounce, well, you can make this yourself, but Scratch, lots of people liked it, so they just made it a block. So literally, if you move onto the edge, it'll just bounce you off. Right, rotation style. Now this, if you set it, this basically means, are you going to full rotate like this, or are you going to go left right, which is if it's bigger than 0, you point right, less than, you point to look, and as soon as it goes over, as soon as it goes over, so it depends on which half you're on. X position and Y position. This is to put in things. So say if you wanted to make a scroll game, you probably, if you know those, then well done. Then you can put this into many operators, like that. So these aren't doing something specific, but when you combine them with something else, then they do something. Just X position, if you run it, it just tells you my X position. Go to 0, tells you that. Direction, again, it will just tell you your exact direction. My direction isn't 90, it's 89 something really thing. So I guess it just rounds it over there. Now looks. And we're going to have to divide this into separate videos probably. Right, so say, for an amount of time. So this is basically, so if I just do normally say, you'll just say it. So, he's still doing it. But if we just say for a second, it will say, then go away. So if we put 1 second, it stays for 1 second. We put 3 seconds, it stays for 3 seconds. Now, I think is exactly say. It's just that it's little bubbles instead of a line. Switch costume. You can have different costumes, like the Scratch Cat has a run and a thing. So switch costume, we'll switch into that costume, whichever one it says. Next costume. So on this, it's got the next costume down. Switch backdrop. Again, that switches you to an exact backdrop. Say if you had a menu backdrop, that would say what the game's called. And then in game, you wanted that to go away. You would, when a flag clicks, so when you go to the menu, you can switch it to the menu backdrop. Next backdrop, again, like next costume, goes to the next backdrop down. Change size. This is an interesting one. When you run it, it will change the size. Yeah, and then you can set it. This is very useful for the interactive things, and you can use it on the advanced operator things. It makes stuff really cool. So that's really nice. Effects. There's a few effects in Scratch. World, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, ghost. So some of them you probably won't use much, but the things that you probably need in them is that color is rainbow, pixelates obviously, and brightness makes it brighter. You can go minus and make it darker, and ghost is just opacity for Scratch. If you don't know what that means, it's basically how see-through is. So if I set ghost effect to 100, he's going to be completely opacitated. If that's the word. If we go 50, you'll half kind of be able to see him. He looks like a ghost. If we set it to 0 again, he's back to normal. Front layer, I can Photoshop as layers, so let's just duplicate this. As you can see, this Scratch Cat is currently in the way of this Scratch Cat. He's in front. But if we go to this guy and run the go to front, now he's in front. And we can use this in different ways. Yeah, that's what that does. Go forward. It's the same, but instead of going directly to the front or back in the drop down menu, you go only forward 1 layer or 2 layers or whatever. Costume number, just like on motion, the direction that they don't do anything on their own. Let's say if you wanted to go previous costume instead of next costume, you would switch costume to costume number -1. So you go back 1. And size, that's just size. So say if you want to increase something by 1 every second, I mean you could just do change size by 1 every second, but yeah, you could do change wait 1 second and then change size by size plus 1. Sound, right, but 2 big differences. This one, if there's any code under it, it will run when it's done, but this, it will start the sound then move on to the next code. So yeah, I'm going to quickly do this and then we're going to end the video. Stop all sounds, stops all sounds. Change pitch effect in that. Pitch and pan I can't explain very well, but pitch is like low pitch is like and high pitch is like so that's the best I can explain it. Pan I can't really explain, sorry. Clear sound effects, it just gets rid of any sounds. Volume, if you want to increase it by 1 every second, change volume by volume plus 1. We just use this, change volume, and then set volume. And yeah, those are the first 3 Scratch block categories explained. There is 9 categories, so it's going to be probably a 3-part series. Don't know where I saved. Probably I'll have it. So yeah, if you would like to learn the other blocks or you like this video and it helped you, then please remember to leave a like. Thanks and goodbye.